We have reached week 29 in USL League One as Charlotte Independence hosts One Knoxville from American Legion Memorial Stadium in the Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina. Welcome in, I'm Josh Toll. Tonight's game is presented to you by Novan Health. And you look at these two clubs looking to find their way into the playoffs. Charlotte Independence, a great chance to gain that tonight with a win or a draw. Right now sitting fourth in the table. Meanwhile, One Knoxville in that 8th seed as they look to get 3 more points. They're trying to chase down Forward Madison, who's in that 6th and final position here in the playoff race. And as we take a look here at our independent scenario for the Jacks, a winner or draw tonight against One Knox, they will be in. They can also get help from Tormenta and a loss by them, as well as a draw against Richmond. Meanwhile, our player tonight, presented to you by Great Clips, is Corey Bennett. What a season he has had, mainly used as a sub. 6 goals on the year, 2 goals in his last 4 games. He has been absolutely productive. The Jamaican, he'll look to make another difference here off the bench. Beautiful ball played in here, bounces it around, and Bennett with the right foot able to pop it over the goalkeeper. He's a threat off the bench to go with Dane Kelly as well as Tracer and Mbuyu, who lead the side in scoring. So look out for Corey Bennett if he's needed to be used. As we take a look at the scenario for One Knoxville, they need to get a win here tonight. A loss and they are out. And meanwhile, they can also sneak in with a Madison win or a draw against Lexington. So they're still fighting for their chances to move up into the standings. And tonight we look at Sean Lewis, the keeper of One Knoxville. He has been absolutely tremendous. 5th in the league in saves. He has been on fire between the sticks. The 31-year-old also has 8 clean sheets on the season, which is 4th best in the league. He's going to need a big game tonight here against this Charlotte Independent side who has many different scores that can produce. They're a very creative team in the final third. So Sean Lewis and this defense of One Knoxville is going to need to be ready here tonight in the Queen City. 3 more points on the line as Charlotte Independence hosts One Knoxville from American Legion Memorial Stadium. Who will come up the victor? Will Charlotte Independence notch a spot in the playoffs, and will One Knoxville keep their playoff hopes alive? We'll find out in the next 90 minutes.
Always reaching higher, pushing further, achieving remarkable. At Novant Health, we never stop. Because whether it's sports performance at the highest level or the playground level, we're driven to help you excel at what drives you. Not just keeping you healthy for the game, but also healthy for life. Novant Health. Expect remarkable.
When it comes to delivering high-quality, affordable health care, relationships matter. And after 90 years, we're proud of the relationships we've built with you, North Carolina. We're collaborating with leaders like Vici, supporting her efforts to help schools address the mental health needs of students, and foster care moms like Gail, working with her to ensure our state's most vulnerable children are thriving, and caregivers like Maya, partnering with her to improve maternal health. From lowering costs to building healthier communities, we are committed to improving the health and well-being of everyone across this state. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina is not your typical health insurer. We're 5,000 neighbors, friends, and family working hard to make healthcare affordable, easier to navigate, and accessible for all. North Carolina is our home. We're here for you, all of you.
Welcome back. Tonight's match is presented to you by Novan Health, the official healthcare provider of the Charlotte Independence. As we take a look back at the 2 previous meetings between these 2 teams, this is a 3rd and final meeting of the season in their last one. It ended in a 1-1 draw between these two sides. Tracer Mbuyu for Charlotte had the lone goal in that one. Danny Fernandez with the lone goal for One Knoxville. In the first meeting in the season, it was all about Frank Ross, who had a brace in the opening meeting between these two sides, with One Knoxville getting the win 2-0 in that matchup. So you're looking at Charlotte Independence looking for their first win against One Knoxville, hoping to find it tonight as we take a look at our starting 11. Tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Capelli, and we'll begin with Charlotte Independence. Austin Pack getting a start. 104 saves on the season. That's right, 104 tops in the league. Watch out for Dane Kelly and Mbuyu, both with 8 goals on the season. And then the creator, that's going to be Miguel Ibarra in the middle. On the other side for One Knoxville, you're going to look up Rodolfo Castro, signed at the end of July. We'll see if he can get going here in terms of the attack as well as Ilyich to his left. They're going to be big pieces, along with Derek Waldeck, who leads the team in assists on the season. Final meeting between these two sides here in the regular season, and a lot on the line. A win for Charlotte Independence, and they clinch a playoff spot. A loss for One Knoxville, and they will be eliminated from the playoffs. Charlotte Independence can also get a draw tonight here to advance on as well. And we are underway from American Legion Memorial Stadium in the Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte Independence hosting One Knoxville. Josh Toll, thrilled to be with you. Charlotte Independence in the all-blue kits with the white numbers and lettering. Meanwhile, One Knoxville in the pink kits tonight with the white bottoms and the white numbers. One Knoxville on the season, 9 wins, so they're hoping to get to double digits here tonight. On the road this season, 5 wins away from home. Meanwhile, for Charlotte Independence, 13 wins on the year. They are 11 wins at home. They just have 2 losses and 2 draws here at American Memorial Stadium. This very much could be a keeper battle between these two sides. Sean Lewis, one of the best in the league, 5th in saves coming into the evening, also with 8 clean sheets. And then on the other side, Austin Pack, 9 clean sheets on the year, which is 3rd best in the league. So the keepers could be the big reason why both these two teams move ahead. Here's Waldeck pushing ahead, nice little slip ball. And coming over defensively was Hector Acosta for the Jacks. Acosta making his 14th start of the season for the Venezuelan. And there you get a great look at Austin Pack, the 29-year-old, once again getting the start this evening. As this ball is played towards midfield, Oberton will drop it back. Here's Omar Sis. Sis, lofted ball, will find the feet of Mbuyu. Mbuyu does have 4 assists on the season, so not just a goal scorer as he plays it forward, but that one well behind the intended target in Dane Kelly. One Knoxville will look to build up on the opposite side. And we'll have a foul here against Charlotte, as One Knoxville, they're going to play quickly. Here's Callum Johnson. Johnson, a former 2nd-round pick last year with Los Dos, plays it over to Waldeck. The Stanford Cardinal plays it into the middle. Played up by Villalobos. Villalobos getting the start once again tonight, 28th of the season. And here he is on the ball. He'll play it all the way back to midfield. This ball played back. Patience here for One Knoxville. That is what they're known for. They're a team that really takes their opportunities on set pieces. And that's been one of the things that Mark McKeever has talked about. They need to find a way to be more creative in the final third, but they need to be able to execute. As we take a look at our Novan Health injury report, Clay Dimmick out, as well as Ryan JJ. No one out here this evening for One Knoxville. Diagonal ball ahead, and that's going to be intercepted by Charlotte's Joel Johnson. He's going to go inside, and DA. Flanagan, one of those players that's so versatile. He can play in the back line. He can also play up top as a winger. He's an attacking presence for Mike Jeffries. And DA goes inside. Sis, right up the gut. Oberton, though, loses possession. Ibarra. A chip pass, but in the way was Nick Spielman. Long ball over the top. Kelly is ahead. Also over is Danny Fernandez. Fernandez with a goal in the last meeting between these two sides. The other player that scored in that game, Tresor Mbuyu. Jacks looking for their first win against One Knoxville. Johnson. Sis. Scoop ball out wide. Oberton has a little room to work with. Right idea there by Oberton, but maybe would have been better off playing that in the air for a header. And Hector Acosta will be called for the foul. Let's see, no, it looks like this might go against One Knoxville as we take a look at our resident culture keys to the match. For Charlotte Independence, manage those crosses and the set pieces of One Knoxville. And for One Knoxville, they need to limit the Jacks in transition. Like Charlotte Independence on the season, 5th in goals scored with 47 on the season. They've also allowed the 8th fewest amount of goals with 36. The only one better, One Knoxville. One Knoxville, polar opposites, great defensively. They have issues scoring the ball. Here's McDowell getting another start, his 5th of the year. McDowell, former youth international with Scotland as well as Northern Ireland. See so many different players around here from League One that represent their countries, whether it's on the youth level or to the national team level. Sis will play it outside. Brought down by Johnson. Oberton. The reverse. Johnson. Mbuyu. Opportunity early for Charlotte on the end line. Mbuyu crossing and denied by Sean Lewis. Select the official match ball supplier of the USL League One and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit www.us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select the player's choice. Waldeck. So One Knoxville side 6 points out of the playoffs. Forward Madison currently in that 6th and final position. Tormenta also on the outside looking in. Castro plays it wide. Waldeck in the channel. Backside of the box, no one there. Ibarra turns in. Johnson to Ibarra. Ball played near side. Oberton. Ndiaye. Ndiaye surveys, gives it over to Oberton. He looks to go to the near post. Aquafina is the official water of the Charlotte Independence. When the game heats up, cool down with Aquafina. Diagonal ball. Charlotte Independence, such a tough team at home. Meanwhile, One Knoxville, a better road record than a home record on the season. Just lack that firing power. Just the 32 goals on the season. Flanagan. Oberton. Oberton thinking about going with his right foot. Does right on the ground. And an easy stop there for Sean Lewis. So the Parisian getting a good look here. 34-year-old though. Little worm burner on the ground. Oberton does have 3 goals on the season coming into the evening. Look at all the various players for Charlotte Independence, 16 in total that have scored goals on the year. McDowell. McDowell, one of the players that Mark McKeever had high praise for One Knoxville. Talked about he's been fantastic, really been patient as he transitions from the college game to the pros, came from Virginia Tech, but really earned himself a spot here in the rotation. Really made it on his own, and he's been doing a good job adjusting to the game here. Took some time to find his confidence. Player that really receives the ball well and has a good delivery and also has the ability on a long throw. We'll see if we see that tonight as well. The best ticket deal in the Queen City is back. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 soft drinks for just $99. It's our Great Clips Family 4-pack. This year we are also offering a 2-pack. For more information, go to charlotteindependence.com. Waldeck. Waldeck third on the team in tackles 1 as Vanderplum will play it out wide. Here's McDowell. Over is Ibarra. Waldeck in the middle of the field. Kleekstra gives it up, looking to get it on the return. The shot from the top there. It was a chip pass actually at Kleekstra. Billy Illich might have been caught in between decisions there. Illich had an opportunity for the back post, but wanted to give it back to Kleekstra. Ibarra. Ibarra not known as a goal scorer for Charlotte. 7 assists on the year though, which is 3rd best in USL League One side. Ibarra, player that will drop back. On Knoxville's Mark McKeever talking about they have to be aware of where he is on the field. And DA on the inline, cut off. Good job there getting over defensively by Jordan Skelton. Mark Jeffrey's side coming into the evening, outscoring their opponents by a score of 7-2. 2 clean sheets in the last 3 games. The only time they've let up goals was against Lexington. That game ending in a 2-2 draw. Knoxville here struggling. They've lost back-to-back games. Scoreless in their last 3. And Mbuyu charging up. Brings it to his right, tripped up, gets the whistle. Let's see, this should be just outside the area, I think. As we take a look back at this Vanderplum foul. It was very close there on the top of the area. Should be about a yard outside. So Vanderplum is going to have a yellow card, the first of the game. A yellow card presented to you by 11 Lakes. A yellow card coming in the 12th minute, and now a chance here from about 18 yards, 6 inches out. These are always those tough angles for teams to try to dip the ball over that wall. Sean Lewis taking a look. Omar Sis, Oberton as well as Johnson around the ball. Johnson bending, punched up and over by Lewis. Beautiful strike there by Joel Johnson. Lewis, though, able to see that through. Lewis with his 73rd save of the season. Johnson almost snuck it by, but the keeper was right on. First corner of the game now here coming. First Chick-fil-A corner of the evening. Flanagan will put the ball down. Inward swinging ball. .47 points on the season for Charlotte Independence. Meanwhile, on the other side, one Knoxville with 36 points. See movement in the standings from spots 1 through 8. McDowell Don't miss a minute of the action in 2023, whether your club is on the road or at home. Catch nearly every second of USL League One action on ESPN+, the home to USL, La Liga, the Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com. Skeleton goes into the circle. Gleason plays outside. McDowell. Looping ball in. Waldeck trying to track back, unable to get to the ball. Opportunity there for Ilya Ilyich, who's the player down in the 18-yard area. Ilyich once again wearing the captain's armband. Ilyich from Belgrade, Yugoslavia, before coming over stateside. Actually played for Mark McKeever in college at Young Harris. Different players have had the experience of playing under one Knoxville's manager. Jordan Skeleton, of course, played for him with Des Moines Menace when they won a championship. That was back in 2021. Johnson with that great opportunity on the set piece. Crosses in and no one ahead to get to the ball. Pepsi Cola is the official soft drink of the Charlotte Independents. Enjoy an ice cold Pepsi while watching the Jacks. Pepsi, born in the Carolinas. Ibarra, Oberton. Ibarra continuing his run. Nice little through ball there from Oberton. The ball went back immediately by one Knoxville. Good defensive play there by the center back in Jordan Skeleton. Skeleton really using his length to his advantage there to disrupt that pass. Castro. Villalobos will play it out wide. And now one Knoxville will reset. This is where they're so patient, building up, going side to side. Really going to try to draw on those fouls of Charlotte Independents, take advantage on their set pieces. Best team in the league when it comes to set pieces as Dane Kelly pushes that forward. Dane Kelly, another solid season, 8 goals, 5 assists on the year for him. Kelly in his second stint with the Jacks. Skeleton. Oberton. See, this was last touch by, I think I'm going to say last touch by Oberton. Must have hit off his ankle there. Villalobos for McDowell. Down at Virginia Tech, had 18 assists in his Hokie career. Trying to get that to translate over here into League One play. Vanderplum, who has the yellow card. Ball given away by one Knoxville. Johnson. Gleekstro. Waldeck. Off the scissor. Oh, what a strike there for the opening goal in the 19th minute for one Knoxville as they get on the score sheet first. And it is a thing of beauty. Talked about being able to create, and they find a way here. Beautiful ball over by Derek Waldeck and a great finish. Wakestrel playing this ball out wide. And then you see the run on the back post. And then with the right boot, it's Jimmy Villalobos with the finish. Third goal of the season for Villalobos. And that was a thing of beauty. Waldeck now with 6 assists on the season to lead the club. Goal presented to you by Botero Carts. Waldeck with an assist. We'll see if he can add to his tally. One Knox controlling the possession in this game. Grab some new gear for the next Independence game with scarves, hats, shirts, and more. We have merch for every Independence fan. Head over to store.charlotteindependence.com to find your next piece of Jack's gear. One Knoxville, they've definitely been the more creative of the two teams here to begin. Best chance for the Independents coming off a set piece about 5 minutes ago. And on a shot attempt from Joel Johnson. Acosta flying up the field. Here's Johnson. Back to Acosta. On the end line, tripped up. You see we might have another free kick coming here, and we will. One Knoxville, third in the league in yellow cards. Vanderplum, he already has 1 yellow in the game. He's saying shoulder to shoulder. So very lucky this isn't his second yellow. Looks like he got it with his left foot as well. So Vanderplum very lucky that it was just a common foul. Here a chance on the set piece. Little short pass behind. I like the draw up there. Unable to get on target. If you're looking for a little Greek, a little Southern, and always fresh, enjoy a great meal at your local Showmars. Knoxville with a lone win in this series. That coming earlier this year, back at the start of the season. A month ago, these two teams drawing 1-1. Sis. Ibarra turns away. And DA nodded back and right at the keeper. Sean Lewis, heads up play right there. Good press here by the Independents. Here's the goal scorer, Villalobos. Intercepted on the play, and DA. Sis lofting the ball out wide, but McDowell there for One Knoxville. Poor giveaway there in the defensive third. Bring the whole group out to the next Jacks game, watch some good soccer, grab some cold drinks, and take in a match with the view of Uptown Charlotte. Email tickets at queencitysc.com or call 980-392-9170 to schedule your next group outing. Knoxville getting off on the front foot here in the 19th minute with a goal from Jimmy Villalobos, assisted by Derek Waldeck. And here is Waldeck. Vanderplum. McDowell. Vanderplum Slows it up. Waldeck. Skelton. Vanderplom for McDowell. Blocked aside by Johnson. Well, Knoxville, they want a handball. This is one of the things that Mark McKeever talked about, is these long throws from Kyle McDowell as he'll look to play into the area. Only acting as another set piece there with the ability to launch that ball. Villalobos. Here's Callum Johnson. Waldeck. And DA. Looping ball, wanted to connect with Oberton. And DA, though, fouled from behind. And DA just getting his third start of the year. 24-year-old out of Senegal. Flanagan. Johnson has Mbuyu ahead. Looking for Dane Kelly. Mbuyu coming on. Mbuyu back post. Nice ball in here by the Jacks. It's Johnson looking for Dane Kelly. Kelly doesn't get the first touch he wants, but it bounced right into the path of Tracer Mbuyu, who nearly finishes on the back post. Jacks once again with a high press. Make your own schedule with our new Flex Plan ticket package. You can get tickets at a lower rate for the matches that fit your schedule just by emailing tickets at queencitysc.com or calling our ticket office at 980-392-9170. Again, that's 980-392-9170. Johnson cuts to his left, turns in, now finds Waldeck. Waldeck trying to get by Flanagan. Good hard challenge by Flanagan, but a corner here coming for one Knoxville. Another Chick-fil-A corner coming. One to 0 is our score. One Knoxville on top. We'll send over Kyle McDowell. Kyle McDowell from Sussex in England before coming over stateside. Left-footed ball coming. Kept away. Waldeck Castro headed on. Right there was Austin Pack to make the save. Nice ball in there by Castro. Danny Fernandez was the player that got his head to it. So one more save for Austin Packing. He'll tie the league record at 106. Currently sitting at 105 as Oberton plays the ball in. I think we're going to have a yellow card handed out for the dive there for Charlotte Independence. DA trying to draw the foul, didn't get it. Seeing DA go up and over and trying to get the call, doesn't get it. Instead earns himself a yellow card. That's our second 11 Lakes yellow card of the game. Vanderplum on the other side getting one. eFootball 2024 is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. Free to play. Download now. Kleegstro dispossessed of the ball. Numbers ahead now here for Charlotte. Can they take advantage? Oberton shot blocked away. Looked like Skeleton getting a piece of that. Kleegstro also there. Players doing such a good job getting in front of the shooting angles that these players take. Sis on the edge of the area, crossing near post. And a corner once again here for Charlotte Independence. We've been busy on both sides with corner kicks. An opportunity for Davion Flanagan on this Chick-fil-A corner. Third corner of the game for the Jacks. Flanagan. No danger there for Sean Lewis as he snatches the ball out of the air. First of 3 games here tonight in League One play. Ford Madison and Lexington, Richmond Kickers and Tormenta, and the third game is Chattanooga Red Wolves and Central Valley Fuego. Last night, Northern Colorado Hailstorm with a 2-0 win over Greenville as Waldeck has it. Now into the area. Crossing. The follow-up. Oh, just bending wide for one Knoxville. Callum Johnson with a great look. Johnson disappointed himself. He knows he misses this one. Waldeck, once again, he has space to work with. So dangerous when he has an opportunity to cross it. Ball hits off the defender in Castro. And maybe Flanagan getting down on the ground was really what affected that shot by Johnson. Also last night in action, 1-1 draw between North Carolina and Union Omaha. Union Omaha was looking for their 11th straight win, so now they're unbeaten in their last 11. North Carolina, though, at the top of the table. Hailstorm currently in that second spot. Union Omaha in the third. Those are the 3 teams that have already clinched. Knoxville hoping to keep their season alive for the playoffs. If they're able to get a win tonight, a loss or a draw, they will be eliminated. Ibarra Castro. And you can see movement from positions 1 through 8 here in these really 3 games remaining for some of these clubs. 2 more games remain for both these sides after tonight. Kelly ahead. High looping ball back. Waldeck there, though, for one Knoxville. Oberton. Into the channel. Near post. Ibarra to the near side. And Bouillou. Stabbed away there by Skelton. There at Mark McKeever as we take a look at the live standings. There you see those final 2 playoff spots. Greenville holding down the 5th spot. Meanwhile, Ford Madison right behind them in the 6th. Then Tormenta. Then this one Knoxville side. Inward swinging ball. Back post. Bring the whole group out to the next Jacks game. Watch some good soccer, grab some cold drinks, and take in the match with a view of Uptown Charlotte. Email tickets at queencitysc.com or call 980-392-9170 to schedule your next group outing. Cleatro. Vanderplum out wide. McDowell. Knoxville showing once again that they're able to hold possession of the ball. They try to be patient, not try to force anything in. Coming into this game, they were scoreless in their last 3 games, and that will not remain the same here tonight as this ball is played direct to Dane Kelly, trying to split through the defenders. Back was Fernandez, though, for one Knoxville, also coming over with Skelton. Another Chick-fil-A corner kick coming here in the 38th minute. Of course, at half, we'll have a look back from last night's action here in USL League One play. We'll have some news notes for you as well. Johnson. Chipped in. Johnson on the end line, cut off by Waldeck. Johnson. Into the middle. Here's Villalobos, the goal scorer. His goal coming in the 19th minute of play. Fans, it was recently announced that the new Division I Women's Professional Soccer League, the USL Super League, is coming to the Carolinas. Take part in helping us launch our team by visiting superleaguecarolinas.com. Vanderplum. Villalobos. Villalobos' goal, you'll want to see that at halftime as well. It was a thing of beauty. Omar Sis fouled on the play. Enneplum needs to be careful. He's already sitting on the 1 yellow card. That's really his second warning. He had one on the inline as well. Last thing what Knoxville wants to do is go a man down. There you see the left foot tripping up Omar Sis. Mina Hadzik, the main man in charge in the middle of the field. Marcus Moss, Patrick Casey, our assistants tonight. Mario Marek, our fourth official. Oberton. Flanagan. Ibarra. Johnson. Fight to win the ball back there by the Jacks. Headed up into the air by Skelton. Kept alive by Kelly. For Johnson from the top, blocked aside. Now a chance here in transition for one Knoxville. Castro's gonna have to wait for some reinforcement though. Ibarra on his hip. Over to help out is Acosta. Castro waiting for some help. Ibarra there. And Castro comes over, throws in the hip. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XMFC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesday nights at 7 Eastern. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, English Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XMFC 157 and the SXM app. Oberton able to get to that ball, goes into the stands. Good press once again by the Jacks. Seen some weird things happen in the game of soccer, and Oberton, and maybe they get that on his lower part of his leg. Who knows? Maybe that's going to be on frame. If you're traveling to Charlotte to see an Independence game, make sure you stay at the Hyatt Place downtown. The Hyatt Place is just minutes away from the stadium and is around countless dining options. Hyatt Place downtown, the official hotel of the Charlotte Independence. Johnson with the best shot earlier in this game for Charlotte on a set piece chance. Wasn't able to get it by Sean Lewis, though. Oberton. Waldeck on him. And Buyu. Johnson. Castro. Switching sides. Villalobos, the goal scorer. Johnson. McDowell. Here's Villalobos. Oberton over to cover him. Gleekstro looking to get it on return. Oberton. Ibarra. 1 minute of stoppage time here added on. Stoppage time presented to you by Novan Health. Johnson. Waldeck with the assist tonight. He has 6 now on the season. Johnson. Knoxville looks like they're going to just let this half run out. Not really trying to push the ball up as of yet, and now they will move up. Illich plays it out wide. Chance here from the top of the area. Right into the path of Waldeck. Waldeck with the left foot trying to go near post. And Austin Pack right there for Charlotte Independence. Maybe one too many touches there for Waldeck, making this a sharper angle than it needed to be. He takes it right there. He might have a chance on the back post, but hugging that near side was Austin Pack. Now he is tied with the league record with 106 saves. So his next one, he'll have 107, and he'll have his own name atop the record book. The service. And the first half comes to a close with the visitors getting the lone goal coming back in the 19th minute. That goal coming from Jimmy Villalobos, assisted by Derek Waldeck. Charlotte Independence, they had chances but were not able to get their opening goal of the game. So they go into the half trailing by a score of 1-0 at home. Playoff chances alive for both these sides. Charlotte Independence hoping to clinch it with a win or a draw. One Knoxville hoping to keep their playoff chances alive with a win tonight. And right now they have the 3 points as we go to break. Charlotte Independence trailing at home to One Knoxville by a score of 1-0.
Always reaching higher, pushing further, achieving remarkable. At Novant Health, we never stop. Because whether it's sports performance at the highest level or the playground level, we're driven to help you excel at what drives you. Not just keeping you healthy for the game, but also healthy for life. Novant Health. Expect remarkable.
Stand up, Independence fans. Take a break from squinting to see that tiny soccer ball bounce around that big field. Now take off your glasses, rub your eyes, put some eye drops on your contact lenses, or let my friends at AccuVision LASIK help you get that 20/20 vision you need to see the match in high def. Mention Independence and get $1,000 off LASIK. Go get the details right now at AccuVisionLASIK.com. That's AccuVisionLASIK.com.
Are you ready? Ready for more of the game you love? Ready for more players and more teams? Ready for more stadiums, for more fans in more cities? This is a different league. The USL Super League. Built for the future of women's soccer. Bridging the journey from youth to pro, connected to the global game, and bringing it all closer to home. Are you ready?
We are at the Novant halftime here in Charlotte, North Carolina, as we now take a look back at the action from last night here in USL League One play. Friday night action in USL League One play. We begin with Greenville Triumph hosting Northern Colorado Hailstorm, and Northern Colorado Hailstorm looking to bounce back after a loss last week. Nice ball up by Robus, finding Trevor Ammon. Ammon getting it by the keeper of Greenville for his 21st goal of the season. Nice little slip ball there by three teams. All three of these teams have already clinched spots in the playoffs. The question is, who's going to finish as that top seed? North Carolina right now in the top spot with 57 points. Union Omaha and Northern Colorado both with 56 points each, as you have some important games coming up for these three teams, as North Carolina hopes to end at the top of the table here by the end of this season. But 4 through 6, just as competitive. Charlotte Independence with 47 points. Greenville trying to make a run. Ford Madison as well, trying to push forward as they try to solidify that final playoff spot in that 6th position. Madison tonight taking on Lexington, so a chance for them to get 3 more points. Meanwhile, Greenville, they're going to have a tough one going against Charlotte, the team that's right in front of them in the standings. As we look at the last two teams battling for the spot, at 7th you have Tormenta, and then right behind them you have Union Knoxville. So they're trying to sneak their way in, and here with 2 games remaining, we could see some movement in the standings. Teams looking to leapfrog, teams might fall out of position. It's going to be a fun finish to the season here in League One, as we send it back here now to news and notes from around the league.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Always reaching higher, pushing further, achieving remarkable. At Novant Health, we never stop. Because whether it's sports performance at the highest level or the playground level, we're driven to help you excel at what drives you. Not just keeping you healthy for the game, but also healthy for life. Novant Health. Expect remarkable.
We are in half between Charlotte Independence and One Knoxville as we take a look at the news and notes. And how about the teenager, Adrian Pelayo, signing a contract right before the freeze point on the roster deadline, as he'll look to add more depth to North Carolina. And then 311's lead singer Nick Hexum becoming part of ownership group with Omaha. Of course, Nick Hexum from the Omaha-Lincoln area. That's a big ownership there for Union Omaha. Player of the week, how about Jonathan Felipe? A goal and 2 assists against Lexington as we take a look at the team of the week. Arthur Rogers getting his 11th assist of the season. Pablo O'Hara named goalkeeper of the week in the team of the week. And then Atis Duef for Lexington also on that list. Omar Sis for Charlotte Independence in there as well for last week's team of the week. But how about Jonathan Felipe? Goal and 2 assists as we take a look at the goal leaders. And Trevor Ammon with a brace last night. Well, it looks like he's running away with it. 22 goals on the season. Meanwhile, for North Carolina, Olex Anderson, 16 goals, but also 6 assists, also producing in other ways. And then Atis Diouf, who is part of that team of the week, 14 goals on the year, and the 1 assist that he has for Lexington. And then Lexington, 8 assists for Tate Robertson. Arthur Rogers last night with the assist. He now has 11 assists on the season. Last year, he was Defender of the Year, looking to make it back-to-back seasons. And with the way he's playing, that very well could play out as we take a look at the Hyatt Place upcoming schedule. And tonight, Ford Madison taking on Lexington SC. Ford Madison looking for 3 more points as they still fight for a playoff position. Richmond Kickers taking on the 7th spot right now is in South Georgia, Tormenta trying to sneak in there as well. And then closing out the evening, it'll be Chattanooga hosting Central Valley Fuego. Chattanooga looking for their first back-to-back wins of the season as we take a look at the upcoming schedule for Charlotte Independence, and a tough one next week against Union Omaha. Union Omaha now unbeaten in their last 11, and then it doesn't get any easier as they finish out the season with Tormenta, who's 1 spot out of the playoffs. For One Knoxville, they have a chance to get a win next week against the Richmond Kickers and move up. Meanwhile, they finish off the year with the top spot in North Carolina. So it doesn't get easier for either one of these sides. You look at the importance of the games coming up, but it still finishes here tonight. We are at half between Charlotte Independence and One Knoxville.
Always reaching higher, pushing further, achieving remarkable. At Novant Health, we never stop. Because whether it's sports performance at the highest level or the playground level, we're driven to help you excel at what drives you. Not just keeping you healthy for the game, but also healthy for life. Novant Health. Expect remarkable.
When it comes to delivering high quality, affordable health care, relationships matter. And after 90 years, we're proud of the relationships we've built with you, North Carolina. We're collaborating with leaders like Vici, supporting her efforts to help schools address the mental health needs of students, and foster care moms like Gail, working with her to ensure our state's most vulnerable children are thriving, and caregivers like Maya, partnering with her to improve maternal health. From lowering costs to building healthier communities, we are committed to improving the health and well-being of everyone across this state. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina is not your typical health insurer. We're 5,000 neighbors, friends, and family working hard to make healthcare affordable, easier to navigate, and accessible for all. North Carolina is our home. We're here for you, all of you.
.45 minutes in the books here in the Queen City as One Knoxville leads on the road by a score of 1-0 against Charlotte Independence as we take a look at our Novant Health highlights from the first half of play. Both teams would have opportunities here. We go to the 13th minute. It'd be a great chance by Joel Johnson bending around the wall, but right there to make the save was Sean Lewis for one Knoxville. Big save right there to keep this game scoreless. Then in the 19th minute, well, that's when the tides would turn. A nice ball here out across to Waldeck. Waldeck to the backside of the box, and it'd be Jimmy Villalobos going far corner, getting this by Austin Pack. Waldeck with his 6th assist of the year. Villalobos would get his 3rd goal of the season, and that was a thing of beauty for one Knoxville. They struggled scoring goals. First goal in their last 4 games, so they get on the score sheet there in the opening half. Here, a nice ball and by Johnson, finds the foot of Kelly, drops back from Mbuyu, nearly gets this one to sneak through on the back post. Nice little touch there by Kelly, trying to gather it in, but right into the path of Mbuyu, but couldn't get it on frame. And then here in the 33rd minute, Waldeck once again looking to produce, charging at the end line, crosses it over, deflected away, and then on the follow-up, it's Callum Johnson, but he sends this wide of the target. Flanagan coming over to make that shot difficult for Johnson. As we take a look at our first half stats presented to you by Chick-fil-A, you look at the shots, 8 for Charlotte Independence, just the 5 for one Knoxville. Possession clearly in control of one Knoxville. That is what they like to do, but it's all about possession in that final third. Charlotte Independence are going to find a way to be a little bit more creative here in the final third if they want to get back into this game. Remember, a win or a draw for the Jacks, and they will solidify themselves a spot in the playoffs. Meanwhile, for one Knoxville, they need a win to keep their hopes alive, and they also need a little hope to stay alive in the playoffs as they are in that 8th spot in the standings. And as we come back here for the second half, for one Knoxville, they're going to want to get a second goal, try to put this game away. They are a very stingy defensive team, and they will make it difficult for the Jacks to get into the final third. For Charlotte Independence, let's see if they try to get on the front foot here early, be a little bit more aggressive, as well as be more aggressive in their press. And the near mistake by Sean Lewis that hit off the foot of Overton back in that first half. The ball popping up and over the crossbar. That could have been a better angle down. Who knows? Maybe Charlotte Independence on the scoreboard. For one Knoxville eliminated with a loss or a draw tonight, also with a Madison win or a draw. Meanwhile, for Charlotte Independence, they can also make the playoffs if Tormenta falls or draws to Richmond. And we are underway once again from American Legion Memorial Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte Independence looking to get back in this game against one Knoxville. Josh Toll, excited to be here with you for this second half of play. Charlotte Independence currently 4th in the table. 3 teams have clinched a playoff berth. North Carolina in the top spot, then Northern Colorado. Right behind them is Union Omaha. Lone goal in that first half by Jimmy Villalobos in the 19th minute. Acosta will play it back. Austin Pack now tied for the all-time league lead in saves with 106. So his next save, he'll be at top of the league standings. You also look at what Austin Pack has done in this season. 9 clean sheets, which is 3rd best behind Burn Shipman and Lalo Delgado of Northern Colorado. Shipman, of course, playing for Ford Madison. You look at the man with 8 clean sheets. That's this man right here, Sean Lewis, for one Knoxville. So a chance for him to possibly leveled up with Austin Pack and DA. Acosta. 24-year-old will play it back to Acosta. Here's Nick Spielman. He'll play it out wide. How about the story on Nick Spielman? Came up, his father was the coach, his brother also a coach. Great article on the team website by Amanda Cover about Nick Spielman being a coach at a local high school, and one of the players that he brought along with him, and Omar Sis. So Sis, the assistant coach, as well as the JV head coach. How these different players get back to the community in so many different ways. You look at those two being coaches during their off time. Well, the thrill that also has to be for those kids being coached by those professional players, and that's mentioned in the article as well. So if you get a chance, go over to Charlotte Independence website and check that out. Johnson. Ibarra being hassled. He's going to have to go all the way back to pack. DA unable to get to the ball, but goes right back to the feet of Flanagan. Down the line. DA. Sis doing an excellent job in that holding midfield spot for Mike Jeffries. Flanagan. Excuse me, this is Mbuyu. Mbuyu on the edge of the area. We're going to have a Chick-fil-A corner once again for Charlotte. Mbuyu going right at Waldeck. Waldeck trying to shield away Mbuyu. Fifth corner of the game here. First of the second half for the Jacks. Johnson. Hit away by Skelton. Our scoreboard watching. Fort Madison taking on Lexington tonight, as well as Richmond hosting Tormenta. For One Knoxville, the game you want to look out for is that Fort Madison-Lexington game. For Charlotte, keep an eye out for Tormenta and Richmond. Ibarra. Flanagan. Here's Sis. Johnson. Oberton. Back post ball. Headed down. Stop the follow-up, and that blocked aside. Couple opportunities right there for Charlotte. First save by Sean Lewis, and then it looked like Fernandez got the second. Oberton. And we'll reset and we'll redo this. Take a look back here real quick. Oberton with a beautiful ball in to the back post. Headed down, the save there, and here's Sis coming up, and Fernandez over defensively to help. Johnson. Sun shining through here at American Legion Memorial Stadium. The final meeting between these two sides. One Knoxville is the only team this year that the Charlotte Independents have not got a win from. McDowell play it back. Illich out wide. Gets it on the return. Castro has Kleekstro inside. That's where he goes. Castro, looping ball, back post. Chance here from the top of the area, maybe. McDowell. Johnson dispossessed of the ball. Good job tracking back by Oberton. Kelly able to draw the foul from Fernandez. Kelly and Tracer are, I believe, the team leaders in goals, both with 8 on the season for Charlotte. collision there. Oberton will keep hold of the advantage. Playing out wide, looking for Johnson as that pass is intercepted by McDowell. Kliegstro. McDowell. Best ticket deal in the Queen City is back. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 soft drinks for just $99. It's our Great Clips Family 4-pack this year. We are also offering a 2-pack. For more information, go to charlotteindependence.com. Skeleton last year with North Carolina before making his way over to one Knoxville. Acosta. DA. Bad touch there by DA, giving the ball away. Castro with the shot, blocked away by Austin Pack, and he is now the all-time leader in saves in USL League One. "107 saves on the season. And he had to work for this one after the poor giveaway by Charlotte. A chance here for Castro, near post, going down to make the stop is Pack. Here's Kyle McDowell in the Chick-fil-A corner. All popping around. Now one back by Flanagan. Look at the quality of goalkeeping in this league. Bernd Shipman of Ford Mass and Lalo Delgado. Sean Lewis right here for one Knoxville. Austin Pack obviously now with 107 saves on the year. It just trickles down as well. Pablo Jara, another one. This ball is played out wide. Kelly in the circle, exits. Finds Ibarra. Ibarra switching to the backside of the box. Oberton. Vanderplum over as well as Waldeck. Flanagan. Johnson. Ibarra. Oberton. Flanagan. And this will be a corner here for Charlotte. We do have a player down behind the action as well. Take a look back here at this injury that happened. Here you see it's a clip, the left leg. And it's Callum Johnson. That's a player down for one Knoxville. He wanted a foul on that, didn't get it. So you get a good look there at Callum Johnson, his 19th start of the season. Former second round overall pick. Mark McKeefer also explained why that should have been a foul. Last year, Johnson was with Los Dos before making his way over to one Knoxville. Again, for these two sides, for one Knoxville, they need a win to keep their hopes alive. Then they need some help as well. They can also be eliminated with a loss or a draw in this game. as well as a Madison win or a draw. Meanwhile, for Charlotte Independence, they move on with a win or a draw tonight. And they can also get a little help if Tormenta falls or draws to Richmond. Inward swinging ball, near post, headed on, stopped, and then you get the own goals that's played in by Vanderplum. Couldn't clear it away. And we are all leveled up. A nice ball in. Vanderplum just unable to send it the other direction. Johnson with the delivery here. Flicked back by Kelly. And then you see Vanderplum coming over to cover up Nick Spielman, who was on that back post and just couldn't clear the ball away from the end line. That own goal coming in the 58th minute. So this scoreline, Charlotte Independence clinch that playoff position. Right now they are sitting 4th. Meanwhile, with this line, one Knoxville would be eliminated. They need to find a way to get that second goal again. Fernandez. There, the own goal to Vanderplum also has a yellow card in this game. Johnson out wide. Waldeck runs out of room. Vanderplum will send it all the way back to Lewis. Slow roller here. Ibarra was trying to apply the pressure, still showing the work rate. McDowell. The USL is celebrating Hispanic Latino Heritage Month with stories, events, and more, bringing to life this special celebration across the league. Go to uslsoccer.com/Hispanic-heritage to learn more. McDowell. Johnson. Waldeck. Let's see if one Knoxville can be a little bit more aggressive here. And now just going side to side. Trying to find a little space to work with against Charlotte. Ilyich. Fernandez. McDowell. Castro. Near post ball, flicked up in the air and over the crossbar. Nice ball in there by Rodolfo Castro. He signed with the team July 29th. Mark McKee were talking about if they had him the entire season, they really think that he could have been a really effective player in terms of scoring. A pure scorer. Creative, just a natural goal scorer. Can score from anywhere on the field. Also provides good movement for this team, just getting stronger the longer he's been with the club. Ibarra. Oberton. Grabbed out of the air by Lewis. Grab some new gear for the next Independence game with scarves, hats, shirts, and more. We have merch for every Independence fan. Head over to store.charlotteindependence.com to find your next piece of Jack's gear. Vanderplum. Fernandez, a goal in the last meeting between these two sides. Johnson with him assists. McDowell. Overtime, diagonal ball forward, looking for Dane Kelly. Kelly is going to run out of real estate. Dane Kelly, 8 goals, 5 assists on the season. Also second on the team in tackles, 1. McDowell. Castro back to Vanderplum. Castro. Villalobos, the goal scorer. Scored in the 19th minute. Chance here with the left foot and an easy save for Austin Pack. 108 saves now. That passes Akira Fitzgerald, who had 106 saves last season. To our stat crew with all these great stats that they've been providing. Johnson, the player that sent in the cross on the corner that led to the own goal by Vanderplum. It's flipped back by Dane Kelly. Flanagan. Oberton. DA. Looking for Mbuyu. The cross. No one though in front of the goal mouth. Now we'll have a pair of subs for Charlotte. Our subs tonight brought to you by Atlas Chiropractic. Luis Alvarez is going to come on for Gabriel Oberton. And Corey Bennett will come on for Tresor and Mbuyu. Those subs presented to you by Atlas Chiropractic. So we talked about Corey Bennett at the top of the game. 6 goals on the season. And he is in great form at the moment. So we'll see what Bennett can bring to Charlotte, as well as Alvarez. Same 11 starters on at the moment here for One Knoxville. Sun continues to set here at American Legion Memorial Stadium in the Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina. A chance that One Knoxville could be eliminated with this scoreline. And a chance for Charlotte Independence to clinch a playoff berth. Kliegstro has Castro rolling with him. Kliegstro knocked off the ball by Spielman. Spielman doing a good job just poking that ball away, allowing his team to get back defensively. Didn't have to send it into the stands. Didn't have to try to win possession. Did enough to keep Kliegstro away from being dangerous there in the attacking third. Jeffrey's had a lot of great things to say about the new addition. And Nick Spielman, just a solid player, a strong physical presence, Also very good with his passes. Corey Bennett tripped up on the play. That's going to go against Callum Johnson, so he's going to be handed a yellow card. First booking of the night for Callum Johnson. The yellow card presented to you by 11 Lakes. So Bennett checks on, gets his first touch, and gets his first clip.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. The referee is issuing 11 Lakes to a company yellow card. To 1 Knoxville's number 12, Callum Johnson, a 68-minute of play.
Alvarez. Flanagan. He'll play it to width. Bennett. Ibarra. Over to the Jamaican Bennett. Step over. Onto the end line. And now we'll have another sub for Charlotte. Brad Dunwell will come in for Bashir and DA. Substitutions presented to you by Atlas Chiropractic. And looks like we're getting our first 3 subs here for 1 Knoxville. Jalen Chrysler on, Vanderplum off. Also coming on will be Frank Ross, who had a brace in the first meeting between these two sides. He'll replace Derek Waldeck. And the final sub, James Thomas, coming on for 1 Knoxville. Thomas, another player that has experience under Mark McKeever while he's with Des Moines Menace. 14th appearance of the season for Thomas. Look at Jalen Chrysler, last year's Defender of the Year. He's nominated, for Defender of the Year when he was with the Richmond Kickers. So we bring on a defensive player as well as a couple of attackers, and Frank Ross being the main one. So Ilya Illich is the player that heads off for James Thomas. 3 subs now for 1 Knoxville, 4 for Charlotte. And a chance maybe here for 1 Knoxville. That ball just pinballed right into the hands of Pack. Alvarez. Ibarra. Ibarra's 19 years old, out of Honduras. His pro debut back in 2019. Beautiful ball by the youngster. Make your own schedule with our new Flex Plan ticket package. You can get tickets at lower rate for the matches that fit your schedule just by emailing tickets@queencitysc.com or calling our ticket office at 980-392-9170. Picasso rolls it back to Pack. Dangerous ball back, but Pack able to clear it away. Sis. Johnson. Done well. Blasted over. Still scoreless in the other 2 games between Fort Madison and Lexington and Richmond and Tormenta. Now what matters most for One Knoxville to keep their hopes alive for the playoffs is a win. This scoreline will clinch a spot for Charlotte in the playoffs. 3 teams have already clinched in Union Omaha, Northern Colorado, as well as North Carolina. Ball sent in. Chance on the volley. Flanagan into Dunwell. Assist for Corey Bennett. Has Johnson inside as well as Dane Kelly. Assist. Costa going down the spine. Johnson looking to return the pass to Costa. Over Skelton. Skelton checking on Acosta, who hit the turf. Acosta still down on the ground, the 23-year-old out of Venezuela. Acosta making his 14th start on the season. Began his professional career back in 2019. As we take a look at the live standings there. So for Charlotte, 2 games remain. Trying to make sure they get that 4th spot. It's going to be tough for One Knoxville, who sits in the 8th spot in the standings. They came into the evening 6 points out of the playoff race. And now Ford Madison in that 6th and final position. Greenville level on points with Ford Madison as well. Greenville fell last night to Northern Colorado. We look at the remaining games for the Jacks. On the road against Union Omaha and then home against Tormenta. That could be a big game for Tormenta to close out the year as they're still trying to get into a playoff spot. Meanwhile, for One Knoxville, up next, they host Richmond. Then they're on the road to close out the year against North Carolina. So Costa back on the field for the Jacks. McDowell. Here is Acosta poking the ball out of play. But under 15 minutes remains in this game. That's tied 1-1. Jimmy Villalobos got the scoring going in the 19th minute, assisted by Derek Waldeck. And then in the 58th minute, you had the own goal by Yassine Vanderploem. And that is where we stand. An own goal coming off a corner as Johnson sends it in. Johnson, Villalobos. Here's Fernandez. Free kick here coming. This is where teams talk about how they have to be ready for these set pieces of One Knoxville. Here you see the trip up by Flanagan. McDowell lines up over the ball, as well as Johnson. It's going to bring the big boys of Fernandez and Skelton up. See a height advantage favoring One Knoxville. Ball played in, headed away by Spielman. Good job there by the center back of the Jacks. Getting to the ball, great positioning. You know, that was an area of emphasis all week in practice for Charlotte. The cross in to the top of the area, sent wide. Great look right there by Fernandez. Fernandez had a goal the last time these two sides met, but since this, wide of the frame. Nice ball coming through as it's laid off. Fernandez trying that near post, and he had Austin Pack beat. So Shalom Duty comes in for Hector Acosta. That substitution brought to you by Atlas Chiropractic. Long throw by McDowell. Bennett there to send it away from danger. Alvarez looking to return the pass to Bennett. Charlotte fans want a foul, not going to get it. Kelly. Johnson for Sis. Sis trying to squeeze through three defenders. Done well. Flanagan. Flanagan pushing up. Knoxville looking to regain the lead. Spielman. Fans, it was recently announced that the new Division I's Women's Professional Soccer League, the USL Super League, is coming to the Carolinas. Take part in helping us launch our team by visiting superleaguecarolinas.com. Four shots on target for the Jacks, 5 for One Knoxville. Both these two teams hoping for that one extra one that puts the game away. Service. And now we're going to have a yellow card handed out. That's going to go to Ibarra, 11 Lakes yellow card. there you see Barra tugging to the jersey, saying he got elbowed by Kleekstro. See the clear pull of the jersey, though, and that is what Amin Hadzik saw first. Johnson. Top of the area, on the ground, easy stop for Austin Pack. You're going to have to challenge Austin Pack. And this one, just a daisy cutter by Jimmy Villalobos. When you need to rehydrate after a workout run or a soccer game, trust Gatorade. Gatorade keeps the Independence game ready all the time, so they're always ready to take the field. Ibarra. Flanagan. Charlotte Independence looking for their third draw of the season at home. If they're able to pull away, it'll be their 12th win at home. Meanwhile, One Knoxville more concerned with getting that win so they can keep their playoff hopes alive. A win or a draw tonight for Charlotte Independence, they will clinch a playoff berth. Coming into the night, we could have seen movements from spots 1 through 8. And Knoxville just trying to keep their season alive. Ross. Fernandez. Ross on the edge of the area, back to McDowell. Well, Knoxville won a handball, but that looked like a hit off the shoulder there, Brad Dunwell. And a corner here coming for One Knoxville. Big corner try coming. Oh no, they're gonna say goal kick here. Oh, offside flag is up. So a late flag. Knoxville coming into the game had lost back-to-back games. They were scoreless in their last 3. They were able to get the first goal on the board at the 19th minute, and then you look at the own goal in the 58th minute. That was just the backbreaker here this evening. Vanderplum's just able to keep the ball down or somehow able to send it wide of the frame. This could still be a 1-0 game in favor of One Knoxville. Charlotte Independence did a good job earning that goal, though, as well. As this man who flicked it on, and Kelly. Kelly stabbed away. Good job once again by Jordan Skeleton, the center back. Both center backs really having a phenomenal game here tonight. Villalobos. He had the last good shot for One Knoxville, but it was just a slow roller into Austin Pack. Austin Pack now the league's all-time leader in the single-season save list, passing Akira Fitzgerald. You know, so many years with the Richmond Kickers as this ball is played out wide. The cross by McDowell. Ibarra sends it the other direction. Bennett, though, unable to keep this in on the near touchline. But a little breathing room here for Charlotte to work with. Kleekstro plays it to McDowell. Johnson facing up with him. Ross on the end line. And now we'll have a corner for One Knoxville. So a Chick-fil-A corner kick here in the 88th minute. Gabriel Claudio will come on now for Rodolfo Castro. Claudio does have 1 goal on the season in his 17th appearance tonight, the 23-year-old out of Yuma, Arizona. Hoping to get a late game tally on the scoreboard. That sub brought to you by Atlas Chiropractic.
Leading the pitch, number 9, Rodolfo Castro. He was replaced by number 55, Gabriel Claudio.
The delivery. Ball headed down. Spielman in chase. Alvarez unable to keep it in play right on his hip. Oh, they're going to say last touch there by Jordan Skelton. Kelly. Bennett. Question now for One Knoxville will be how much time is added on as they hope to keep their season alive. They need to get a win. This result, Charlotte Independence has a berth in the playoffs. Back post. Corey Bennett, if that ball gets to him, if it's not for Fernandez, he might have a chance at putting this game away. The yellow card is handed out to One Knoxville. Another 11 Lakes yellow card. James Thomas, the man that was booked. So we'll have 4 minutes of Novant Health stoppage time added on. So Nick Spielman also just handed a yellow card. So another 11 Lakes yellow card handed out, this time to the home side. Kliegstro. McDowell finds Kliegstro. Kliegstro, too heavy of a touch. All-time single season leader in saves right there, Austin Pack. Got in on a near post stop here earlier in this second half. Kliegstro. Johnson there to defend. Back post ball, and it's a beautiful pass. Oh, just off target. Lovely ball sent across. Look at this ball here by Kliegstro. But unable to get it on target is One Knoxville. And it's Claudio, who just subbed on a few minutes ago. Ibarra. Alvarez. Scoop pass. Kleekstrow over Spielman. Johnson there as well. Done well. Spielman sends it high into the air. And now Charlotte Independence just waiting for the final whistle to get here. Giveaway. Now see if Kleekstrow can make them pay as they look for a game-winning goal. Claudio, though, was offside. Now just waiting for the final whistle. Fernandez. McDowell. This is going to overlap him. Back post. Punched away by Pack. Off the volley. And one final corner coming here for One Knoxville. Of course, the game's going to come down to a set-piece opportunity. Knoxville, the best team when it comes to set pieces. And this will probably be the final Chick-fil-A corner kick of the evening. Sean Lewis up. The service. And we'll do it again. Charlotte will have to continue to wait for the final whistle. One Knoxville hoping to keep their season alive here if they're able to get a game-winning goal. The delivery. And Austin Pack punches it away. And there is the final whistle. And with the 1-1 draw, Charlotte Independence have clinched a playoff berth. They're the fourth team to do that. So now they join the likes of North Carolina, Union Omaha, and Northern Colorado in the playoffs. It was a hard-fought draw for Mike Jeffries, but they have advanced to the playoffs. And with 2 games remaining, that's a little bit off their shoulders. One Knoxville's playoff hopes will end as we look at our man of the match presented to you by Oak Lord Distilling. And yes, it's that man right there, Austin Pack, the all-time saves leader in a single season. He surpassed 107 on the night, helping stay this game at 1-1 as we'll take a look back at our highlights from the 90 minutes of play. The highlights tonight presented to you by Novan Health in the 19th minute. Kleekstrow playing the ball over to Derek Waldeck. He would send it to the backside of the area, and Jimmy Villalobos would find it with the right foot, and he would get it in the corner. That goal coming in the 19th minute of play. Big goal right there for One Knoxville, and things were rolling for the team from Tennessee. Then in the 33rd minute, One Knoxville trying to add to their total. Here, Waldeck attacking the area, going near post. Hits off the player, and then sending it wide was Callum Johnson. Nice ball that just squirts wide. Acosta deflects it right into the path of Callum Johnson. That would have been a big one right there. Here in the 53rd minute, we get our save of the match presented to you by Orange Theory Fitness. A chance on the near post, and that is your record breaker right there for Austin Pack denying Rodolfo Castro of One Knoxville. 58th minute, though. Here you have the ball in by Johnson, headed back by Kelly, and then flicked on by Vanderplum. And that is our play of the match, presented to you by Paycor. As we take a look at our stats here, presented to you by Chick-fil-A. Possession favoring one Knoxville, but again, it's what you do with it in the attacking third. Shots on target, 7 for one Knoxville, just 4 for Charlotte Independence. But Charlotte Independence able to get the victory. Up next for one Knoxville, they will play Friday night against the Richmond Kickers. Meanwhile, for Charlotte Independence, they will head on to Union Omaha Wednesday night. That game will be at 7:30. Charlotte Independence now with 48 points on the season, and they have clinched a playoff spot with tonight's 1-1 draw against one Knoxville. For this crew, I am Josh Toll saying thank you for watching.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.